I used to be insecure myself, I used to be needy, I used to be awkward, boring dude when I would talk to girls, especially to hot girls. And over the past 2 years, I've developed a kind of mindset which you need to use every time you interact with girls, because it will guarantee you'll have more sex in your life. This mindset is fucking powerful, bro. Let's get into it. If you're someone who isn't really experienced with girls, when you see a girl you want to fuck, when you see a hot girl, there are two kinds of mistakes you often make. The first one is that you invest too much in that girl. You're too available and you're perceived as a needy guy. We don't want this to happen. The second mistake is that you invest too less in that girl, so that you kinda ignore her, you appear like you don't give a shit about the girl, and this is better than the first case. It even can be attractive, but if the girl sees you completely don't give a fuck about her, she'll just go for other options and she may lose interest in you. You need to show interest in her, bro, because you want to escalate with her, right? You need to show interest in her, and to do it correctly, in order to not appear needy, you need to use the mindset I'm gonna share with you in this video, bro. There are 5 components of this mindset. Component number 1, the indifference mindset. You have to act as you completely don't give a fuck about how things are gonna go with that girl. You had a sick life without the girl, so it's not a problem at all for you if you say something awkward, if the things don't go well with the girl. This always may happen, and you don't care. It is important that you don't care. If you don't want to act needy and be perceived as the guy who is desperate to get the girl, you have your own sick, exciting life, bro. And if you get the girl, awesome, perfect. If you don't get the girl, you don't give a fuck. It is attractive to girls when you have something in your life which you can be busy and happy to do without them. So you confidently speak to those girls, but in your mind you already prepare yourself to the worst case scenario when maybe you said some bullshit and the girl loses attraction to you. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck at all. She's just another girl, and there are millions of girls like that. So you lose nothing. Bro, whenever it comes to girls, the less you care, the less you emotionally invest in those girls, the better things are gonna go for you, bro. You'll be perceived as a more attractive guy. Component number 2, it is especially important if you're someone who feels nervous and insecure when you speak to hot girls, or maybe you have social anxiety. Then it is crucial to you apply this component of the mindset. You think you are better than the girl. Basically, you think yourself above the girl and you think the girl below yourself. First of all, it is exactly how the girl wants you to be in the relationship with her. She wants her guy be better than her. So what I recommend you to do is that you think only the best things about yourself, and you try to think the bad things about the girl. I know, bro, it sounds like some bullshit, but it actually makes sense. You need to psychologically believe that you're actually better than that fucking girl. It will help you to depedestalize that girl. So think about the good things about yourself. Maybe you've been working hard in the gym and now you look sexy. Maybe you've made some money online. Maybe you're good at something like martial arts. Like, think about your advantages. Think about good things about yourself. And think about something which you may not like in the girl. Maybe she vapes. Maybe, like, bro, honestly, the trick I always use is I imagine that girl in an awkward situation. For example, she's having shit in the toilet. I know, bro, it sounded like some bullshit, but if you do this exercise on the math class at school, on the school break, when you're about to speak to that hot girl, you're not gonna tremble and you'll confidently speak to that girl. The third component of the mindset, you visualize the victory. So now you've already visualized the worst case scenario and you prepared yourself to not care, to not give a fuck if things goes wrong. Because you have your sick life and you actually don't really give a fuck about the girl. Then you now think that you're actually better than the girl because this is what the girl wants. And now what you need to do is visualize the best case scenario. You visualize the victory. So you imagine that you speak to the girl, she's so wet for you. Imagine how the funny conversation is gonna be, how well it's gonna go, and how you're gonna have a date, how you're gonna kiss her. And after that, you go to your bedroom and you have sex. Imagine all that in your head. Mindset number 4. Turn off your brain before you go to speak to the girl. When it comes to girls, you don't need to think when you talk to them. And basically, bro, in the society, when you talk to people, it is better that you completely turn your brain off than you overthink like a fucking nerd. Because honestly, bro, all the awkward situations, all the bullshit you said in conversations with girls, with people, would come from you being blessed with a triple-digit IQ. But bro, when it comes to girls, a double-digit IQ or even one-digit IQ will serve you way more. In order to have meaningful conversations with girls, in order to actually have fun in the conversation with girls, you need to be completely present and act completely naturally. What happens when you start overthinking about how you should move your hands and how you should move your eyes and what exact words you need to say in order to appear as a witty guy? You start acting like, I don't know, you're just not natural. And this is why all that bullshit happens to you. Just turn your brain off and just have fun in that fucking conversation with girl. And you'll see things are gonna go way better if you do it. The component number 5 with the mindset. Have fun. Girls want the guys who have fun and they basically want to join their life. Girls enjoy laughing. Girls enjoy having fun. So appear as a guy who is happy social guy and just has fun and just speaks to girls to have some fun. This is probably the best approach you can make. You're just a funny guy who saw a pretty girl and just speaks to her. Not because you're needy, you're desperate to get that fucking girl. You just want to have some fun, you just want to have some funny conversation. This is what is attractive. A couple of days ago, I went to the bar and in the bar there were a group of German girls. And I took some beer and I just started speaking to all of those girls just to have fun. And we had such good conversations. Some girls actually showed signs of attraction to me. Bro, I could probably sleep with some of those girls that same night, but the problem was that it was a school group who were with their teachers, so I couldn't really do it. But I was perceived as an attractive guy because I just had fun by myself and the girls actually had fun with me. Bro, we had really good conversations. And this is what I want for you. You talk to girls to have fun. Just, you know, bro, you're kinda that relaxed kinda guy, relaxed, funny, social guy who just speaks to people to basically have fun. If you remember, bro, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that a common problem a lot of guys have with girls, and which I used to have as well, is that they are afraid of showing interest to girl. So they kinda keep conversations short and superficial, and they try to appear as they don't give a fuck about the girls. This may be attractive, but what we want for you, we want to make you sleep with the girl as soon as possible. So this is when you apply this mindset, because if you go to the girl with the mindset I've shared with you in this video, you're not gonna be afraid of actually escalating with the girl. Because, bruh, when the girl's attracted to you, she wants you to escalate with her. And using the mindsets I've shared with you in this video, you're not gonna appear as a needy guy when you actually escalate with the girl. So, in a few words, the mindset is, first of all, you prepare yourself to the worst case scenario and basically you convince yourself that you have an exciting life without the girl, so you don't actually give a fuck about the girl and if you get her or not. If you get her, awesome, nice, perfect. If you don't get her, it's not a problem at all. Then you think yourself above the girl and you think the girl below yourself. You think you are better, you think you're fucking the best male option in your fucking city. Because it's actually what the girl wants. The girl wants the best male option in the fucking city. And this best option is you. Next, you visualize the victory. You visualize how you do whatever you want with the girl. And you visualize how the girl is actually down to go on a date with you, how the girl is actually down to suck your dick, and how happy she is with you. Next, you turn your brain off. We don't want you to be another overthinker who acts unnaturally and the things just go horrible with the girls because you overthink. No, you just turn your brain off and you are relaxed and you talk about shit which you want to talk about, whatever you want, bro. And finally, you talk to the girl to have fun by yourself. The most attractive kind of guy you can be is the relaxed, social kind of guy who just talks to people to have fun. Because girls want to have fun, and then when they see the guy who has fun, they want to join his life and they want to be with that guy. Thank you for watching the video, bro. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay bad.